It was here before. It is a repeated trade. This already played out once before here. This was once. This is the second time. So it's a repeated trade. It's a good trade, but I think we can find better trades. I tried to put in a month size, but it never showed my lot size to put in. So if you go to your settings here and you put in your account size and it's not giving you the lot size, that means your account is too small. Just let the trade play out. You can see it went close to stop loss, but then we went down back into profit. So yeah, for the strategy mode trades, I just look at global. So I want to make sure that if I'm in this trade, the trend stays in my favor. Hello guys, welcome to the weekly Q&A. Okay, perfect. Where are you guys tuning in from? Denmark, UK. Awesome, good stuff. Well, welcome everyone. This is your first time joining. Welcome to the weekly Q&A. What we do here is we go through any questions you guys have about strategy, or any trades we have open, anything really you guys want to learn about strategy mode. That's what this is for, to answer any questions. Maybe if you're having issues, maybe with the navigator or with the strategy, we want to make sure that you guys are getting started on the right foot. So that's really what the weekly Q&A is about, making sure you guys understand everything and you have everything you need to succeed. So, you know, if you're watching replay, if you're watching a recording on YouTube, put your questions into the comments. If you're here with me right now in this live Q&A, put your questions into the chat, and then I'll do my best to answer those for you guys. If you're new, just a quick recap. Every Sunday or Monday, we release our weekly market review. That's on our YouTube, where we go through recent trades. So make sure to watch those, especially if you're new, so we can get you into the right trades. And if you're not in a global chat, make sure to join our global chat. It's a community on Telegram, and that's a really good spot to be in. Just if you have questions while you go through your week, that's a really kind of quick way to ask questions and get answers. And also, if you haven't downloaded the handbook, make sure to download the handbook. It gives you a really good overview of the strategy, what to do, what not to do. So make sure to get that to you as well. Andrew's asking 3 trades in euro, which 2 to focus on in order to not overexpose. Skip your yen and take GBP instead. Let's have a look. So we got, let me clean this up. Yeah, so we got euro yen. Euro yen looks like it's going back into entry. We can see global is down, local is up. Let's look at your CHF. Both are down here. This is a very fresh trade, so this is probably going to be one of the better ones. Again, we can't predict that, but just from the information we have. And then EuroCAD. EuroCAD is one of the more repeated ones. So I'll probably, in my opinion, skip EuroCAD. So EuroCAD, if you didn't make money on the first one, you can skip this one. And then Euro GPY, Euro CHF, those are the better ones for Euro. If you're in Euro Yen, you want to be careful about GBP GPY. Let me add it back to my list quickly. You don't want to be a little more careful on that one, just because they don't move the same, but they can move similar at times. It looks like kind of wicked into entry here today, a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you can get an entry on Euro Yen, you might not get an entry on GBP GPY, because Euro Yen right now is going up. So yeah, you know, I would probably go. Let me see. Yeah, they're going to be very similar in my opinion. So either one is going to be fine. You do have the local on your side here on the local downtrend with GBP GPY. Euro Yen local is up, but again the global is still down. That's really what we care about on these swing trades. Local is not that important. Yeah, if you took silver, you got an entry on silver today. We wicked into this level over here. Hopefully we can get a rejection and then go into TPs. Euro CHF is pretty new. New trade on NZD CHF. What are your thoughts? Let's have a look. It was here before. It is a repeated trade. This already played out once before here. This was once. This is the second time. So it's a repeated trade. It's a good trade, but I think we can find better trades. Like the ones that I've put into the weekly market review, those are a little better. Again, we don't need to take everything. Between NZD CHF and NZD CAD, I would definitely take NZD CAD. NZD CAD looks a little better. It is also repeated, but I do like this one more. NZD CAD, if you look at NZD CAD, looks a little cleaner. So you can see the swings are a little bigger. NZD CHF, on the other hand, is in a tighter range. So you can see the moves a little smaller. At the end, you're gonna get the same thing. You know, they're both gonna play out very much the same, because they're both NZD. In terms of getting an entry, you can see this one's already going into TP3. NZD CAD, it's still hovering above, just right below TP2. So yeah, you might get an entry, maybe not this week, but maybe next week or so. They're gonna be the same, roughly. You can see there was a very clean rejection here on this resistance. But yeah, if you want to learn more about X mode, you can check out the US 30 video on YouTube. I go into detail about X mode there. We want to keep this a little more to strategy here, just because people are just joining. We don't want to have them jump into X mode right away. It's important you guys learn the strategy first. How many positions are you opening today on a pair? I'd ask open 4 one pair in the last video I watched. Which last video did you watch? Like in the training or in the YouTube? Okay. We used to enter, the old strategy was we enter with 4 positions, but we changed that. We're only entering with 3 now. So the updated version is 3 positions per trade. Just go into your BFT panel on the navigator. So if you have this navigator open, if you click on this, if you click on this plus icon, click on BFT panel, it'll open this. And here you can, get your entries, your TPs, and your stop losses. So you can see we have 3 entries on NZD CAD. So, just follow this. And if you need more details about the strategy, make sure to download the handbook. Everything is written out there. Because BFT is growing so quick, we're not able to update the content as often. So it doesn't make sense for us to update the content now, and then in 6 months we have to change it again. So right now we're kind of scaling our development of a platform. Once we got that at a really good point, then we can create new content for week 2. So the trading view videos in week 2 and week 1, those are outdated. We no longer use TradingView. We only use the Navigator, which is our own platform. The strategy is the same. The methodology is the same. But yeah, hope that makes sense. Any other questions? I tried to put in a month size, but it never showed my lot size to put in. So if you go to your settings here and you put in your account size and it's not giving you the lot size, that means your account is too small. In that case, you should just be opening 1 position at 0.01, the smallest you can do. If that's the case, don't enter with more than 1 position. If you're trading, either equities or if you're trading commodities, then it's not going to give you lot size because every broker is going to calculate that differently. So make sure to check those calculations on your broker's end. But if you're trading Forex, the calculations should be the same. But if you have a small account, it might not show you the lot size. In that case, just use your smallest lot size and just enter with 1 position. And as your account grows, you can slowly scale up, or you can add more funds as you go. You said the global is more important. Does that work when looking at, say, 1 hour in X mode? So if you're trading the lower time frames, the local RTD is going to have more importance. So this one down here, local is going to have more importance when you're trading the lower time frames. General rule of thumb, 1 hour or lower, you can use the local. Of course, if you can line both up, if you can line the global and the local into the same direction, those are going to be your best trades, of course. But a lot of times when we have a global downtrend on the macro, on the micro, we can still have say on the macro we have a global uptrend. On the micro, we can still have a local downtrend in the short term. Can you risk more of the trades going into the right direction? No, always stick to one certain risk. If global and local is going down trend and it's heading your direction, can you take a higher risk? No. Let's see if we have any new trades that came up. Most likely not, but AUD yen came up. This one we had running from a few weeks back. Looks like it came back. Let's see what else. AUD NZD was back. Nice. So we got some new trades that came up today, which is good. Let's see what else we have. RTD stands for real-time trend detection. Yeah, so we got quite a few trades, to play with. Don't open all of them. Pick out the best ones. So right now, for example, we have on AUD we have 2, right? So we have AUD yen and then we have AUD NZD. So both AUDs. If you're already in AUD JPY, you're already in that position. Then that's fine. Don't take AUD NZD. What you could do is, if you do want to take both, you could move one to break even and then take the other one. Again, it's not according to the strategy. It's just, if you move one to break even, then that's a risk-free position. But if it goes back to entry, then you're out, right? But if you do want to take more than trades, take into consideration overexposure and things like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades right now. That's not even everything. Like, we can go through more stocks, we can go through more commodities and stuff like that. So these are just the major ones. But it looks like AUD NZD is looking good too. We might get an entry later on, so it might go to TP first and then go up. a retest, and then go further down to the TPs. So we'll see how that develops. AUD yen, I'm already in, just because this was already a trade that popped up around, I think it was here. When was this? This was September 28th. We had that signal. Oh no, the signal came September 22nd, got the entry September 28th, and then I've been holding all the way through September into October, and we went into profit for the 14th. So, you know, this is common because we're swing trading. Sometimes this happens. What's important that you just follow the strategy and you don't get scared, or you just close the position and draw down. Just let the trade play out. You can see it went close to stop loss, but then we went down back into profit. So if you would have closed it here, just because it's close to your stop loss, you know, you would have missed out pretty much. So just trust the algo, trust the strategy. As long as the trend is in favor, you can keep the position. You know, because when price bounced off my level here and up, I was looking at the RTD. I was like, okay, do I close or do I leave it? I looked at the RTD. Global is still downtrending. Okay, I'm gonna leave this because global is still down. If I'm selling and the global is still in my direction, there's no need for me to get out. If it would switch to uptrending, then that's when I would move to break even and try to get out at break even. But I wouldn't close it at a loss, because then I'm not gonna let the edge play out. I'll check in GBP, GBY. Do you agree it is a good trade? Let's have a look. So it is kind of a repeated trade. If we draw out the level here, so this here is a short entry. The trade, so the signal came on September 9th, and then we got triggered on October 5th, and we went into TPs the next day after, into TP1, TP2, and now we got the re-entry. It's still looking like a good trade. So it's not overly repeated. It's only been repeated twice now. But we never went into the TP3s yet. So as long as this level holds, it should continue going down, especially if the RTD stays bearish. Yeah, so I think it's still a good trade. It's not the best ones we have available, but I still think it's a good trade. So I actually set this one up again. So I made money on the first run, and I set it up again last night, but I didn't get the entry in this last one here, unfortunately. But hopefully it might come back up, hit the entries again. You never know. All right, guys, any other questions? Yeah, for the strategy mode trades, I just look at global. So I want to make sure that if I'm in this trade, the trend stays in my favor. If I'm trading X mode on like the lower time frames, then of course I'm looking at the global more than the global. So I'm looking more at local than the global. But for these swing trades, for the strategy mode trades, I only care about the global the most. If the global is in my favor, I have no reason to get out. What's the difference between global and local? We have a really long video on the RTD if you want to check that out on YouTube, where we talk about the RTD in depth. But the difference here is the global is the macro trend. So what's happening on the higher time frames. The local, that's the short term or the micro trend. So what's happening on the lower time frames. So so they, you know, yeah. So one is the macro, one is the micro. You know, the day traders, they want to know what's going on right now, and the swing traders, they want to know what's gonna happen, or where's the price going over the next week, over the next few weeks. As a day trader, you only care what's happening today. So that's more what the local is, and the global, again, that's more for swing trades. Are cryptos available in the watch list, or will they be added? Cryptos are available. You just need to create your own watch list. We haven't done a preset watch list for those yet. But yeah, they are available, so you can just search for them in the ticker box, and then you should be able to find them. BTCUSD, it's a Binance. Yeah, both local and global are both up now, so showing uptrend. Should we have any other criteria for high time frame, or just follow global? Don't follow global. Follow the trades that the strategy mode gives you. The strategy mode is going to give you trades when global lines up with the analysis. It's not going to give you trades against the trend. So just follow the strategy mode trades. But if you're in a trade and let's say you're taking a short on GBP, GPY, say you're taking the short here. Let's say you're taking the short and price goes above your entry, closes above your entry, and global switches to uptrend. That's when you want to move to break even and then try to get out at break even. But if price goes above your entry and global is still downtrending, there's no reason for you to get out. So just follow the strategy mode trades and then use the global RTD to make decisions to move your TPs to break even or not. All right, guys, thank you for joining today's Q&A. If you guys have further questions, put them into the global chat and we can help you guys there. Feel free to join next week's Q&A. We're doing these every week. And yeah, if you need to learn more about strategy mode, make sure to download the handbook and read that handbook a couple times. It really helps to make sure you guys are doing everything correct. Yeah, you know, if you're not executing the strategy like you should, your win rate is not going to be where it should be. So make sure to read the handbook, ask a lot of questions. In global chat, we've seen the people that, you know, ask the most questions, they're getting the best results. The people that kind of wing it, they think they already know everything, they really don't know anything, and they're getting the worst results. So if you're confused, if you know what to do, if you know, have some concerns, or if you want to know if you're doing everything correct, just send in your trades in the global chat. Ask, hey, am I doing this right? Am I supposed to do like this? And people will answer you. People are going to help you. So yeah, you know, it's a really great community. You know, everyone started somewhere, and really there, you know, everyone's there to help you out and become a successful or more consistent trader. So if that's something you want to do, please go ahead and join global chat. If you want to learn more about day trading, you want to become a day trader, you can check out our dojo. That's where we work with people more in a one-on-one scenario, and get you to become a consistent, profitable trader as a day trader. So not swing trading, just, you know, taking like a few trades a day, making your income, and then that's it. So if that's something you want, the dojo helps you with that. Shane, yes, I will have a look at your message. Was that on Telegram, Shane? Okay, perfect. Yeah, if I don't get back to you right away, feel free to follow up. I do get a lot of messages there, so sometimes they get pushed down, then I can't reply right away. But yeah, if it's more than 24 hours, just give me a follow up, and don't feel bad if you do that. So, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.